All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, if the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuab Amawam back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is C.E.R.N. Part 2. All right, spiritual wickedness in high places. And I was speaking about this on Friday when I was on the highways and hedges. But, the spirit had changed because we had a brother that, I started talking to. He was going through some shit. All right. And, I really never got to finish going into what I wanted to say. Ultimately, it was because I wanted to bring out some videos, but it was like too noisy, and I'm pretty sure you guys weren't going to be able to hear those videos when I put the phone up to the actual other phone. All right, so now I'm able to show you a couple of the videos. I was trying to find the exact videos that I had last time, and for some reason I can't find them, but I'll try to see what I could bring up on it. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Barakatah, to the sisters on the comment board. But let me start off with this one. Let me share my screen real quick. All right, and going back into this this C.E.R.N. Basically, what they want to do, it's out in Switzerland and in France, and somehow they know that the planets are gonna align. All right, I think it's between today all the way to the 5th. All right, it's supposed to be a certain alignment with the stars and the planets. All right, which at the end of the day, all this shit is just witchcraft. It's all witchcraft because I'm gonna show you one of the videos and the guy's gonna talk about certain vibrations and energies. All right, but it's all going back to really straight witchcraft. That vibration and energy stuff. That shit could go into chakra levels and all that. That shit is all that's some other type of doctrine right there. All right. Although there are things that give certain, energies, like, when you deal with certain type of gemstones, not that it gives energy where, how can I say it? It's more like a property of healing. You're not healing as in it can heal you from your sickness or anything like that. It's just more like, like if you use amethyst, it'll be able to, you're able to, it has your blood flowing better. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to get, if you're drinking, it'll prevent you from getting really, drunk or anything like that. Those are just little things like that. You have, what's the other stone? It's a black stone. And it's used to purify water. A shungite stone, that's what it's called. It comes out from Russia, things like that. It's made to actually cleanse water, so you can actually purify your water if you have dirty type of water and pour water over those shungite stones and it kind of cleanses it. So that's the kind of energy that it will really give. All right, but you can't be dependent on any of those type of stones or anything like that because the true energy and healing comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and even messing with those stones, it could turn into some type of witchcraft, But yeah, the guy goes into some type of healings and all this shit, which is just going off. All right, but back to what I was saying, they want to bring this is in Switzerland and France, and they're trying to create a black hole which is man-made. All right, and what they're trying to create is dark matter. All right, to the point where they can actually open up a portal, all right, of demonic forces. See, they're gonna be using all types of different, wordplay, but this really what they're really trying to do is create a dark matter, meaning what? Witchcraft, man, and to open a portal for demons. All right, and it goes into Terra Electron, I believe it is something like that. Terra Electron volts, and that's what creates the black hole. All right. But let me go into this video real quick. As a matter of fact, before I go into that video, let me bring out the scripture I wanted to bring out. 1 second. This is Job 2. Job 2 and 2. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. All right. And you have to understand that, see, Satan is constantly on the move, man. Satan is constantly, all right. What's the scripture I'm thinking of? To First Peter's. But Satan is constantly doing his job. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the one that controls, all right, Satan at the end of the day. They take orders from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let's grab James real quick. James 2 and 19. And it says, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. You see why? Because they are given orders of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to do the things they do. All right. Just think about how, when going back to Job, all right, Job 1, okay, it says right here, it says, there was a man in the land of Uz, all right, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahweh and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance was also 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses, and a very great household, that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. All right. Matter of fact, let me just get to the point so I don't have to read all of this. There we go. 6. It says, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh, all right, came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Yeah, because Satan is also considered as a son of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but on the left hand side, you see. And it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And then Satan answered and the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. Right. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him that in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered and said, does Job fear Yahweh for naught? All right. Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Put forth thine hand now and touch all that he has, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. You see? So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua basically told him, go ahead and go test him out. You see? Go test Job out and see if he's going to curse, if he's going to curse me. You see? And, going to, long story short, at the end of the day, Job, he never cursed out the Lord, man. After all the different things that Job went through, having his family taken away, going through boils, different types of scenarios he went through, man. He never cursed the Lord, man. He kept his faith, you see. But the point is that Satan is ran by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. So Satan is constantly on his job. All right. Let me grab this real quick. This is, yeah, that's what I wanted. Let me grab it from here. This is First Peter. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. And it says, I'll start from 6. And it says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You see? So you have spiritual counter Satan, all right, that's constantly, working his wicked thoughts upon the minds of men. And then you got your adversary also, the so-called white man and these other heathen nations, all right, that are against you, that are always trying to see, to seek you to devour you, man. All right, but we're talking about spiritual counter Satan right here. All right, let's see. Let me grab it from here real quick. Let me see if it says 1 second. Let me go into this word seeking. I want to see what it says. Zeteo. All right. And it says to seek in order to find. All right. To seek a thing. To seek in order to find out by thinking, meditating, reasoning, and to inquire into. You see, going into what? Sift basically. Sift goes into inward agitation to break one's faith, right? Which it goes into Sanatso, I believe it goes into. All right. Matter of fact, yeah, you know what? I'll stay right here. I'll grab it from my phone real quick. All right. Sift real quick goes into Luke 22 and 31. Let me just grab the word real quick. I believe it is Sanatso. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. So I could bear with me. Come on, man. This shit. The word sift, it is, just to make sure, Sanatso. Yep, it is Sanatso. And it says, by inward agitation to try one's faith to verge of overthrow. You see? So that's what it's going into in here. All right. To seek in order to find out by thinking, meditating, reasoning, to inquire into. All right. To seek, require, demand. All right. There you go. To crave, demand something from someone. See, Satan is constantly going to put you in a predicament to try you of your faith. You see, because he wants you to break his faith. All right. And he constantly begs Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, to break us of our faith. But see, the elect is not going to be broken. The faith, there's no what does it say? There's no enchantment against Jake. You see, you're not able to do no spells, wicked spells. All right, you're not able to break the faith of the elect that they have toward Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says right here in the Strong's definition, it says of uncertain affinity, to seek, literally, all right, figuratively, to worship, all right, pretty much going to try to break you down, all right, to make you what? Worship Satan, all right. It says, or in a bad sense, to plot against life. You see, he's always plotting something against you, all right. And if you're weak linked in this truth, and you're not what? Rooted and grounded in faith, all right, you're easily able to manipulate. And that's who Satan is constantly looking for. All right. He's constantly looking to manipulate those that are weak links. All right. About, desire, and endeavor. All right. Require, seek after. Pretty much the point on that. All right. So Let me read this one more time. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right, let me go into this word real quick, devour. Devour says katapino. All right. And it says to drink, swallow down, to devour, to swallow up, destroy. Yep, see? Destroy your faith and destroy you, because once you lose faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're pretty much destroyed. You see? Without faith, it is impossible to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, like it tells you in Hebrews 11:6. All right. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. So once your faith is destroyed, it is impossible to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Okay. So going back to, that, Job. Right. I could have went back to 1:2. All right. But it says, going back to Job 2:2, it says, and the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up, down, and down in it. All right. So you understand that constantly Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is sending Satan out there to manipulate minds, man. All right. To go and try to break you of your faith. So going into this C.E.R.N, okay. Let's go into the C.E.R.N now. Let me play this video real quick. Let me make sure it's still going. Yep.
So I'm about to get y'all hip on what's happening right now. So C.E.R.N is about to do some crazy shit next week. And if y'all don't know what C.E.R.N is, C.E.R.N is a European organization for nuclear research that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. So on July 4th and July 5th, they're going to use the C.E.R.N machine to accelerate and collide particles at the highest rate and frequency ever done. And this is going to cause a literal portal to open up in the atmosphere. And when this happens, it's literally creating a gateway for different demonic beings and entities from other dimensions to literally pass through this portal and wreak havoc and roam the planet. And yes, this is real. Look it up and do your research. And also on July 4th and July 5th, do not consume any alcohol at all. And you ever question why they call alcohol spirits? The word alcohol is said to come from the Arabic term al-kul, which means body eating spirit. By consuming alcohol, it affects and lowers your body's natural vibrational frequency, which allows the body to be more susceptible to low vibrational entities. And y'all ever notice when you're drinking how more violent or more sexual or less logical? Hey, peace, peace, love, and light.
All right. And what he was just going into, all right, that's very true with the drinking. That's why it's called spirits, because pretty much it has spirits on you. You know, when you drink too much, that's why you're supposed to drink what? And you're supposed to drink in moderation, you know, never do too much of something. You know, you don't drink to get obliviated out of your mind to the point where you don't remember what the hell you did. All right. You drink, you know, just to have a certain, you know, chill mode, and you keep it moving from there. You know, you pace yourself throughout the night. All right. So you're able to always think. Like he said, if you drink too much, it switches up, it alters your moods, you know. Next thing you know, you become more violent, or, you know, this is why you don't give women drinks, because they become too sexual. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that it lowers your thinking mentality. You see, you no longer think. Okay, now you just start reacting just off of pretty much off the flesh, man. You start doing stupidity. All right, so it brings a certain spirit upon you when you drink too much. And as a matter of fact, let me bring out a scripture real quick. This is Romans. That all goes back into the deity and the spirit of Bacchus. All right, this is 13 and 11. Oops, Salakia. And this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of judgment between today, tomorrow night, you see, especially tonight, which is already, today's the 3rd, yep, right? Yep, today's the 3rd, is going to go into New Year's, New Year's, Independence Day, all right, July 4th, you know, at midnight. So right now, all these people are getting ready to go out to clubs. All these people are getting ready to party up, all night, which had probably already been started, been started with cookouts early in the morning, and people start drinking early. So by the time 12 o'clock even comes around, these people are already some type of drunk in their mind. All right. They're already not thinking properly. So let's go into this real quick. This is Romans 13:13, and it says, let us walk honestly as in the day. As a matter of fact, I just start from 11. It says, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. All right. So, you have to measure the time diligently in itself, and you can see that the times that we're in, man, it's nothing but wicked times. All right. That's why I said it in Ephesians 5:15. All right. Walk circumspectly. You see, walk as wise, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times because the days is evil. So everything around us is evil right now, man. All right. And with this whole thing I'm about to go on with C.E.R.N, it's about to be turned up even more with wickedness, because it's going to be a very high vibration of spiritual wickedness that's going to be put upon the earth. Okay. So it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And by you drinking, that's what's going to happen. You're going to make provision for the flesh, and you're going to be trying to what? Fulfill your lust. So fulfilling your lust, you're going to end up doing something stupid, And to be carnal minded is what? Death. That's why there's going to be a lot of death between today and tomorrow, you see? And because the vibration of wickedness, of spiritual wickedness in high places is going to be very high, you pretty much going to have what? Satan going to and fro, back and forth, working on the minds of the people, deceiving the people, you see? So let me go into this word rioting real quick. This word rioting goes into Komos, and it says a revel, carousel. It says a nocturnal and riotous procession of half drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus. You see, and this is why that drinking is a certain spirit, man. That drinking goes back into what does it go into? There's another deity it worships too. It's like the deity of wine. Let me see. Bacchus deity. Yep, this Bacchus was primarily known as the god of agriculture and wine. All right, of fertility, associated with fertility, drama. Whoo, you see, this is why when people drink, there's always a lot of drama, man, because people don't know how to just drink to just be cool and have a good time. They always takes it. They always take it farther than what it is. All right. This is the one I was looking for. Dionysus. I believe that's how you say it. Let me see. I wanted to pronounce it, Salakia. Give me 1 second and see if it comes up. Dionysus. I think that's how you say it. Come on, man. Oh, I thought it was going to give me the pronunciation. All right, whatever. And it says, is the god of grape harvest, winemaking, orchards, and fruit, vegetation, fertility, and sanity. Ooh, yeah. These people start drinking, and some of these people get insane, man, to the point where they can't control themselves. Hey, ritual madness, you see? Without these people knowing, there's a whole bunch of ritual madnesses going on. Religious ecstasy, festivity. This is why people will drink. Whenever there's liquor involved, there's festival involved. All right. And it all goes back, yep, to Greek religion. Okay. He is also known as Bacchus. Okay. What's the point on that though? All right, so going back to this, it says, uh, this is a riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who are after supper parade through the streets. See, this is what people are doing right now. People are eating. When you go into supper, is basically going into some type of eating. All right, after dinner. Okay, these people have been eating all morning. All right, all afternoon, and they're about to eat right now as we speak. And what do people do before they drink? You know, they fill themselves up with food in order for them to drink more and drink longer throughout the night. All right. And then it says that after they start drinking, they parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus. Well, that's what you're going to have going back and forth. People going to be doing what? Bar hopping. People going to be jumping from house party to house party. All right. It says with torches and music in honor of Bacchus. Yeah, this is the main thing they do. Music is what keeps them moving. Once you start drinking, you get in the mood of listening to music. Then you want to dance. Then you want to dance it all, break a sweat. You see, then these women gonna start twerking everywhere they go, twerking on bars, twerking on cars. You know, it says or some other deity and sing and play along before how Salaka and sing and play before houses of male and female friends. And I just seen a bunch of videos of people already posting up on their storylines in Instagram. They were posting up their storylines of what they've been doing all day. And I just seen people bent as hell out of their mind already, playing beer pong, playing flip the cup. You see, music playing in the background. You see, going to this guy's house, going to this girl's house. You see, hey, the scriptures is beautiful because the scriptures explain it all. Hence, used generally of feasts and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. You see, and late at night and what? The after party. You see, people gonna go to the clubs, they're gonna go to certain spots, and those places gotta close. But after those places close, they do what? They're bent as hell, they're drunk as hell, and they go to other people's parties. They look for the house parties after that. And if there isn't a house party, they'll invent one. Oh, let's go to my house. Let's have the after party. And what happens at these after? What happens in these after parties? All types of wickedness. All right. You get women that become, oh man, women get extra with it. You know, next thing you know, she up in there running, trains and shit. All right. Then you get the men that some of these men, they're so drunk, they don't even realize how they're acting. They might act stupid. Woman might not want to be with them. Next thing you know, he's forcing somebody to do something they don't want to be doing. You see? So it just brings a whole bunch of wickedness. Then you got men that, their testosterone levels, they start coming, they start getting all wild with everything. And because they're all going after the same woman, there's always some bullshit where they're going after the same woman. There's 100 women and they're trying to go after the same one. All right. Next thing you know, one gets jealous because she, dancing or messing with him, Then you get a lot of adultery, You get these guys who end up running through your woman, because you done left your woman, you let your woman go out there and have a good time and drink, You said go out there and have a good time, baby. I'll be waiting for you like a dumbass at home, And that's what ends up happening. These different, type of sinful traits and a whole bunch of wickedness. All right. So point is, with this C.E.R.N that's going on, all right, it's opening the portal of more demons to come around and basically mess with people's minds. All right. And people's minds are going to be worked on very heavy tonight, man. All right. So let me go back into Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah. That's right. I'll read this real quick. This is 1 Peter 5:8. It says in the New Living Translation, stay alert, watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour, you see. This is wanton of cruel or violent action, deliberate and unprovoked, you see. That's what's going to be happening today. A lot of cruel and violent actions, man. And since I've been doing this video, all you hearing is, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but constant, fireworks being thrown up. You know how many people's arms is going to blow off today? How many people's faces are going to blow off today? This is wanton, similar terms. It says deliberate, spiteful, wicked, evil, senseless. Beautiful. See? People going to be doing senseless acts tonight, man. Why? Because Satan is what? Working on the minds of those people, seeking whom he may devour. Who can he get to do a senseless act? You see, whose mind is he going to work to basically get in your mind and give you an evil thought to do something stupid? You see? And that's why you drinking is adding on with those wicked spirits that are basically in those drinks, man. All right. Again, this is why they call it spirits. Okay. So let me take this out. All right, now let me go into this C.E.R.N, because what the guy was saying.
Hey, peace, love, and light. So I'm about to get y'all hip on what's happening right now.
Bring it out one more time.
So C.E.R.N is about to do some crazy shit next week. And if y'all don't know what C.E.R.N is, C.E.R.N is a European organization for nuclear research that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world.
See, and that's real talk right there. It's all about particles and shit like that. All right, let me go into this. Let me see what I can find on it. Let's grab this one real quick. This one's short.
Goes at C.E.R.N. More importantly, who controls the massive amount of money transferred to C.E.R.N? The Rockefellers do. In fact, they control all of the money that is being transferred from the United States to Geneva, Switzerland.
See, this is why we gotta bring this out now. All right, this is Ephesians. One second. Ephesians 6 and 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, all right, but against principalities." You see, going into principalities meaning what? All right, demons and shit like that, man. All right, remember, this gonna be heavy on earth. Let me grab it again. If it allows me, yep, the water, you know, by Chanel Shot. This is 13 and and I brought this out in camp Friday, but I'm gonna bring it out again just in case anybody missed. All right, this is 31, and it says, and one, let me see what it says in 30. I'll start from 29. It says, "Behold, the days come when the Most High Yahweh will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth." Delivering who? The elect. And it says, "And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth." All right. And it says, "And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another." All right. Let's go into this word realm. All right. Definition of realm. All right. It says a kingdom. All right. A field or domain of activity or interest. Okay. Which basically you will have a realm of wickedness. You see how people with certain, in certain movies, they'll say there's let's take, for example, Mortal Kombat. You had the wicked realm, the evil realm, and then you had the righteous realm. All right. Let me see what it says here. There you go. What is another word for spiritual realm? It says some people are born closer to the veil. No, that's not what I want. Let me try this real quick. Well, we'll see. Principality. Going back into what we just basically had in here. It says, "But against principalities." See, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. All right. So principalities, it says principality right here. All right. Going into what? You got principality meaning demons, man. All right. Let me grab word etymology online, realm. See what it says in that. It says kingdom, domain under a sovereign, royal jurisdiction. So this is a possibility formed as an accusative. Hold on. Government rule. I was hoping it would bring something up on like showing evil against good. All right, but I'm sure you guys heard of that. All right. Yeah. All right, but we'll go back to this. All right, so it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities." As a matter of fact, let me grab it from here. I know it should come up like this. I didn't realize I knocked out the blue letter. Ephesians 6, 10. 12 principalities. It says, begin in origin, the person or thing that commences the first person or thing in series, the leader. All right. Oh, here we go. 8. All right. It says the first place, principality, rule, magistracy, I believe you say it like that. It says of angels and demons, you see? So it's the principalities of angels and demons. And in this case, it will be demons, all right, which we are constantly fighting off. All right. Back to what that lady said in the video. She said that the C.E.R.N was controlled and funded by who? By the Rothschilds, man. So it says, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world. And what does it tell you in Job 9:24? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the rulers of this world, all right, that are in darkness is these top banking families, you see? So going into what she was saying, that the Rothschilds are the leaders of those things, all right, and they fund it. This is why there's spiritual wickedness in high places, man, because they're the ones that are constantly pushing for these things to be done, all right, and we already know that they come after the what? The working of Satan, all right. Let me grab that real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8, and it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, which is the so-called white man, all right, whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, his prophets, because the prophets are the mouthpiece, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, all right, with Yahushua, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. You see? So this devil that's being exposed, that he can no longer hide himself, all right, that is being revealed of who is the wicked in this society, all right, he comes after the working of Satan, and with all power and signs and lying wonders, all right, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, all right. So going back into this, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness, all right, these top banker families that are what? Constantly bringing out spiritual wickedness in high places through what? Their witchcrafts, their sorceries, okay? So that's what we're constantly in battle with. See, this is why we tell you this is a spiritual battle, all right? This ain't a carnal battle. This is a spiritual battle on a daily basis, man, because we're constantly fighting off what? Principalities, demons, you see? And this is why you have to what? It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You see? So you're going to be able to fight off all these fiery darts, all these wicked things that are going to be brought upon the earth. Let me see what it goes into in that. Did I pass it? Oh, so like I'm in the wrong one. That's why. Fiery darts. Where was it at? Right here. See what it says for fiery darts. All right, let's go to fiery first. Yeah, I knew it was gonna say that. Let me not go into that actually. Let me go into darts, see what it says for darts. I was hoping to say something else, give you the typical meaning. All right, but what they mean by the fiery darts is basically all the wickedness that comes your way. So you're able to basically block this, all right, from letting it enter into your mind, all right, and causing you to do something stupid. If you have the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if you have this true gospel, the true doctrine, because having the true doctrine is you having the understanding of what is to come, why things are happening, you see. So if you see people acting a certain way, you already know that it's Satan on them. You already know that it's demons on this damn devil. You see, you know that if you got two people, ready to bang out in the club, all right, you already know that Satan got in both of their minds and pretty much worked on their minds to do wickedness to each other. You see, but see, you having this truth, you having yourself girded about with this truth, man, none of these things are going to be able to overtake you. All right. As a matter of fact, I'll give you another verse real quick. This is Romans 8 and 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. This is the point right here. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities. See, nor principalities, and principalities went into what? Demons. All right. Nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, our Lord. You see? So if you're girded up with this truth, man, no demons, no powers, all right, of this side is going to be able to break you from the love of this truth, man. All right. And that's you having your house built on that what? That rock solid foundation, you being rooted and grounded in faith. All right. Stable and unmovable. All right. So let me go back and take this out. Take that out. Take that out. Let me go back to what that lady was saying. All right.
To C.E.R.N. The Rockefellers do. In fact, they control all of the money that is being transferred from the United States to Geneva, Switzerland. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. A nonprofit charity called the King Baudouin Foundation, which is based at 10 Rockefeller Plaza in New York City, funnels all donations to C.E.R.N. that are made by private donors within the United States. The founder of this charity, King Baudouin of Belgium, was a personal friend of Nelson Rockefeller, who's the brother of David Rockefeller. It is also known that the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, which is a nonprofit charity run by David Rockefeller, contributes huge amounts of money directly to the King Baudouin Foundation, totaling millions of dollars in donations. There is an absolute connection between.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not on the wrong screen. Oh, yeah, I'm good.
The money behind C.E.R.N. and the Rockefeller family. We know C.E.R.N. is looking for something. They have said publicly that they are looking for the dark universe, though some have doubted their claims and think that they're looking for something else. In my opinion, I believe the term dark universe might be a cloaked phrase with an alternative meaning. According to C.E.R.N., it is believed that the universe is mapped out like a cosmic tree. The universe is shaped like a tree, and much of that tree is made up of dark matter. Only the buds of the tree are lit up as light matter.
The researchers here are looking for what they call dark matter, thought of as a cosmic tree, from which our galaxies, shown in pink, grew like blossoms. So how long before they discover the first hard evidence for it?
CERN is trying to discover the contours of this cosmic tree.
And it's funny because you got, what did it say in the beginning of Genesis? You had the tree of life, you know, the tree of good and evil, basically. I believe that's how it went. All right. So, you know, the way they bringing this out, it just reminds me of Genesis, right? And it even tells you that it even tells you that in the last chapter in Revelations 22. All right. As a matter of fact, let me jump in there real quick. This is Revelations 22 and 1. It says the river and the tree of life. All right. It says, and he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and out of the Lamb and Salaka and of the Lamb. And in the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And it's crazy because that's spiritual, because Apostle Tahar just did a lesson. I think it was yesterday. It was what was it? No, it was what's today? Sunday. Yeah, it was yesterday. So he did an after camp lesson, and brothers was going into that river and that tree of life. And I believe he said that basically the middle, all right, is going into the firmament, all right. So you have the street, which I think just the street and the river is basically on either side of that firmament, because it goes into three, basically it goes into like three heavens. You got heaven, which is the first heaven, which is the earth, all right, the skies and all that. And then after that comes the second heaven, which is that firmament. And then the third heaven going into that spiritual realm, all right, going into the spirit world, basically. All right, so that's what it's talking about here. And then it says, in the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, there was the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. And there shall be no night there, and they need no candle, neither light of the sun, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua giveth them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And this is going into basically when righteousness is going to be established upon the earth. All right. Go back to that video.
They're looking for the tree of life, though they will not find it. They're going to find death, destruction, and ruin. They're going to open up something that will usher in the end of days. One thing is for certain, and I will say this in conclusion, CERN plans a major announcement this year. Already, scientists have come out and said that this announcement will usher in a new golden era of particle physics. They appear to have discovered something. A new golden dawn is coming, according to CERN. And trust me when I tell you, you do not want to be a part of it.
So they're going into extra shit, but basically she is right that something is about to come upon us, because it's going to be like the scripture said, a time on earth that has never been seen. All right. As a matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. Matthew 24. And this is Matthew 24 and 21. And there shall be great tribulations such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You see, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You see, and because we're about to enter into a time we ain't never seen, all right. This is why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is shortening the days. And this is why this devil's coming down on us with great wrath, because he has nothing but a short time. So their sins have reached onto the heavens, man, like beyond You see, to the point where Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is ready to take this place out, man, because look at the shit they're trying to do. They're trying to tap into matter and basically open portals, all right? Which, if that happened, it's all intelligence given to them from Satan, coming ultimately from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, just to destroy this damn devil. You see? They're tapping into sources that is like never ever been heard of. Okay. And because Satan is behind it, all it's really going to do is just pretty much open a whole lot of wickedness upon the earth. All right. And this is why, you know, if this is for real, that they're going to try to do some shit between today and tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, you're about to have a whole lot of mass death going upon the earth between today and tomorrow, man, because Satan about to work on the minds of the people. All right, let me see what else they got in here. Let me see if I find a different one. Salakia. Let me find a different one. I want short ones. I don't want nothing long. This is all right, let's go to this, a little bit of this.
Either I had too much gin or that painting is moving.
Yo, when I tell you that was spiritual, see, we talking about not drinking and all that, and look at the first thing she say. Well, I should have had some more gin. Yo, that's spiritual.
I think that's an expertly renewed TV from Back Market. We've been renewed too for this ad. But what do? Call the priest.
Wow.
July 4th, 2012, and scientists from C.E.R.N, the European Agency for Nuclear Research, step in front of hordes of journalists to unveil a scientific discovery that signals a new dawn in understanding our universe.
It is a milestone. I think we can all be proud.
See, and this is why the scriptures say that let me grab that real quick. He boasted himself of his inventions, KJV. This is no, that's not what I wanted. The wicked boasted themselves in their inventions, KJV. That's what I wanted. You see, this is Psalms 10:3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desires, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua abhorreth. See, and these damn devils will literally sit there and boast themselves in the shit that they're doing, right? And they really think that what they're doing is righteous. You see, they think they're making these beautiful discoveries, you know, and brainwashing the masses with it. When in all reality, it's just Satan messing with their mind, and the Lord giving them that intelligence just so they could be destroyed. All right.
Researchers created what's been called humanity's largest and most complex scientific experiment, a 27-kilometer, one-of-a-kind machine buried some 175 meters below ground to discover.
You see this shit? This shit is below ground. You talk about miles and miles and miles, and it goes around and around. And supposedly this thing goes so fast, it's actually faster than light. You see, and this is how they're going to be able to grab the particles, you know, going into, you know, all these different, I don't even know how to explain it. So they're going to give you some scientific shit, but grabbing the atoms and all that shit and making them combine together to make a great explosion, almost like a Big Bang Theory type shit, you know, which that shit is all bullshit anyway. All right. But, you know, that's how they're going to be able to make this Big Bang basically to bring out this dark matter, you know, make a certain explosion to open up that portal, make a portal and make a black hole.
Discovered the Higgs boson, a pivotal building block of our universe.
So the Higgs boson is a fascinating particle because it's the simplest one. This has completely changed our vision of also the universe, because corroborating the fact that there's a Higgs boson means that we live in a vacuum that is very special. So it has changed a lot on the way we think about our universe in general.
The boson is part of what physicists call the Standard Model, a way of explaining what for 13.8 billion years has held particles together, maintaining our universe. There's just one problem. No scientist had ever detected it. That's where the Large Hadron Collider comes in.
So we're accelerating protons
And thinking about all this, all I'm thinking about is how Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going what? Let me grab that real quick. This is First Peter. All right, First Peter 3 and so okay, I went to the wrong one. Did I go to the right one? Oh, Second Peter, my bad. That's what I meant to do. Second Peter. All right, because was the real reset that's gonna happen, all right, is when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai brings this nuclear fire upon the earth. That's the greatest cleansing agent, all right. And what did he say? He said, but the day of the Lord, this is 3:10, 2 Peter, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, going into that the nuclear missiles, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. See, it's going to be all resetted, man. All right, just like basically almost like in the time in the beginning, when you read Genesis, the first chapter, all right, the earth was what? Dark, void. You know, there was, before the earth was established, everything was just elements upon the earth. Everything was just floating around till Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai spoke things into existence, and everything came to order and had its order of what it was his duty. You see? So in order for this place to go, that's exactly what's going to happen. It has to be resetted with nuclear fire. The fire, again, being that cleansing agent, and pretty much even the elements of this world are going to be resetted. You know, they're going to have to melt away, and everything's going to come back to a reset. You know, this is why when the righteousness is established, all right, everything in the kingdom is just going to be to where it used to be. You know, trees growing with vibrant colors. You know what I'm saying? The air is going to be you're going to be breathing real air. You know, the water is going to be really running off rocks with beautiful minerals and all that. That's good for the body. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be resetted. Right. So this is what I'm thinking as she's bringing this whole shit out, because that's what they're pretty much trying to do. They're trying to create a new type of world by resetting things. You know what I'm saying?
in opposite directions to very high energies in a 27-kilometer long tunnel, and then we bring them to collisions in different interaction points where we have then experiments essentially recording the data.
See, explosion, boom, they're trying to make them collide
Okay,
together.
Olivier, why don't you tell me what's happening here?
What we see here is an event display, which essentially is a recording of one of our proton-proton collisions. If you like, it's a three-dimensional imaging of the data we are taking in our experiment and then being displayed in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one out of billions of collisions we're taking.
So this is like real-time imagery of what you're trying to do here. Teams like Oliver's from Geneva to Chicago analyze the debris of millions of collisions. Collisions, they say, recreate the beginnings of the universe. What are you hoping to achieve here?
Well, these collisions essentially are at very high energy, at the highest possible energy mankind has generated in particle physics collisions so far. And we hope to achieve conditions which must have existed very close to the beginning of our universe, namely after the Big Bang.
Of course, recreating the Big Bang.
That's where they go off with that whole Big Bang theory.
Is not a matter of just flipping on a switch. The LHC is managed by a control center on the French side of the border, where engineers like Mirko are.
And it's funny because they always go back and resort to saying that life was created through a Big Bang theory. And if you really listen to what they're saying, they're actually trying to bring a Big Bang theory into existence. It's not even so much that they want to say that that's how life started, but that's how they want to end this place, is with a Big Bang theory of all these different, elements being, crossed together to cause this great collision, like they say. It's crazy.
Responsible for injecting some 7 tera electron volts into magnets, accelerating protons close to the speed of light.
On this screen, on this chart, you see the past 24 hours at the LHC. You see the black line indicates the energy of the machine, and the blue and red lines indicate the intensity of beams that are injected in the two directions into the LHC. We actually put them into collisions where the experiments can turn on their detectors and start collecting data.
If something was wrong with the machine, what would this chart look like?
Something like that, for example.
Is that telling me something's wrong?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is just crazy how you look at their knowledge. You know, this is how you know the Lord is tapping into the minds. You know what I'm saying? One, what did the Lord say? The knowledge of this world is foolishness to the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because the ultimate knowledge is having this truth, but it's just crazy. All right, Scripture also say thou art wiser than Daniel. You know, these damn devils are so the technologies that they have and all that, which again, it all comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but the way of thinking and how they put shit together is like, how? Why? You see, you're looking at this damn
Indeed,
chart.
to
What the hell does this chart tell you? How is this chart telling you that this is off and this is good? You know, it's just a bunch of numbers and fucking squiggly lines, man. You know, and then when you saw the guy on the block on the chalkboard, he was writing all these different mathematic calculus fucking you know, different types of operations and shit. You know, X to the Z plus this and that and blah blah blah. You know, it's just like, where the hell do you get this information? It's just crazy as hell, man. It makes no sense.
To extract the beam, restarting from zero, and it went smoothly up, and this time, and it was pretty fine.
And while the machine runs smoothly now,
and let me put you on
the machine.
I'll put you on something I just
went
seen.
Smoothly up, and
if you look right here where it says updated with my arrows pointing, it says 144 right there. Beautiful. Call Haloyim Ladi How about Shemi How Shai.
This time, and it was pretty fine.
And while the machine runs smoothly now, that wasn't always the case. In 2008, after a decade-long construction, disaster struck when a short circuit caused an explosion that rendered the machine inoperable. Tell me about the worst day ever in this command center. What happened that day?
2008, when we broke the machine just 9 days after switching it for the first time.
You broke the machine?
Yes, we got a technical problem into the ring, and there was one of the sectors that experienced an electric short, and actually there was somehow a small explosion inside the magnets. That was the worst day of my life. Everything got red on the screens.
Do you know how long they had to build? How long it took to build that shit? They didn't just build this shit in 2 fucking weeks, yo. This is just like decades and decades of work. And you wonder where the hell your money really goes. It don't go to streets and putting a stop sign in the corner or putting a fucking light that has yellow, red, and green in it. This shit, your money that you work hard for, all right, goes right back to stupidity like this, man. Science, because these devils is all about science. None of these damn devils, all right, have actual intelligence of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, everything goes back to science. Let me grab that real quick. This is 1 Timothy, all right, to back to their pseudoscience, man. All right, and the Lord told you not to put mind to that. This is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. All right, going to that word science. All right. It says
Strong's G 1108. Gnosis.
Gnosis. It says knowledge signifies in general intelligence, understanding, the general knowledge of Christian religion, the deeper, more perfect and enlarged knowledge of this religion, such as belongs to more advanced things lawful and unlawful for Christians, moral wisdom such as it is seen in right living. I think it goes more into that. To learn, to know, come to know, get a knowledge of perceive. What the hell? I believe it's supposed to go into pseudo. Let me see something real quick. Maybe it's a different word. Oh, there you go. Right here. Pseudomos. How do you say that?
Strong's G 5581. Pseudonymous.
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 Falsely. Let me see something. Lying. See? Going into this shit is all a lie. Pseudoscience, man. All right? Lying, deceitful, false. All this is false. You know? To lie, to speak deliberate falsehoods, to deceive one by a lie. That's how they constantly fool you. Like, don't get it twisted. The shit that they do to create these things is definitely a certain type of intelligence, but it comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But what they push out with it, the doctrine that comes with it, is all false and lies, man. All right, and is made to deceive you. Even such as things like NASA. You know what I'm saying? NASA goes into the Hebrew word nasa, which means to deceive. You know, so all these different things of science, man, is pretty much all deceitfulness, man. You know, there's certain parts of science that's beautiful. Like, all right, I made a toaster to heat up my pieces of bread. See the science behind that, it was all right. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? To make a light bulb, yeah, the science behind that was, beautiful, which it all comes to, the of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to begin with, man. Right, but when they start taking all these doctrines and trying to, mess your head up to the point where they're basically say on a daily basis, there is no God and I am above God, all right, and science rules over all things is where they go off, This is why Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai hate these damn devils.
The team almost halved the energy used by the system for the following years, so when they discovered the Higgs, everyone was a little shocked.
So there's a period of disbelief because pretty exciting.
There's much and because we know that
Understand. But the Higgs
accepted that it was there and then started to study it. So it was an incredibly exciting period.
But the Higgs discovery also reveals how much we still don't understand.
now reveal
They're never gonna understand why, because the Lord's intelligence is unsearchable. Right? As a matter of fact, let me grab that. Where's that at? The Lord's wisdom is unsearchable, KJV. No, that's not the one I want. Hold on, maybe it's let me see if it's in here. Deuteronomy 29. It might be in 29. Deuteronomy 29 and 29. It says the secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. So there are things that nobody will ever figure out because it's only for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to know. Salaki, let me grab unsearchable. Okay. I'm retarded with damn, I know I'm saying it wrong. It's not unsearchable. I think it's another word they use. Give me 1 second. Let me think about this real quick. Man, I can't remember where it's at. You know what? Let me grab it from my phone. It might just pop up like that. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Salakia. Man, I can't believe I can't remember that right now. Anyway, I'll play the video. Lord willing, it'll pop up. About to wrap it up soon anyway.
We really want to go beyond that model because we know that it does not explain everything we see in our universe. As a matter of fact, it only explains 4% of the matter which we have in our universe. So there's much missing. And with the next phase of the LHC, we are now hoping to make new discoveries which go beyond our present understanding.
In June 2015, the system was turned back on after a significant upgrade, and this time delivering twice the energy used during the Higgs discovery. The scientists say they could be on the path to discover the gravitational forces that hold our galaxy in place, and even potentially miniature black holes.
There's theories out there which suggest that these microscopic black holes could be produced in high energetic proton-proton collisions. And if we indeed find first signs of these microscopic black holes, then this could open the path to new extra dimensions in our universe.
But for the team that first discovered the Higgs...
See, and this is why they're trying to figure these things out, because remember, these damn devils, they be knowing these scriptures. They study these scriptures. They know these scriptures a lot more than our people do, you see, and they know, like it tells you in John, it tells you that in my Father's house there are many mansions. See, they understand that there's many planets out there created for us. They understand that we are going to be able to have access to these different, planets and things like that, right? And this is why they do these different types of researches, man, because they know that they're never going to be a part of that. But in this society, in this world, since they know that they have a certain intelligence, all right, and they have a certain power of Satan basically dealing with them, they literally think that they are able to have access to this at one point before they pretty much are taken out of power. This is why they go so hard at things like this, man. But at the end of the day, the scripture said that they had their limits, they had their bounds that they cannot pass. There's a certain limit that the Lord gave them to have, and they can't go no farther than that. And this is like when you just heard her say, that they can't figure it out still, is because you're never gonna figure it out. You have a certain intelligence to know what's out there, but you're never gonna have the power to gain what's out there, to be a part of what's out there. That's saved for us, for the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are going to have everlasting life and have access to all that, man. You see?
Now, it's not just what they think they might find, but what they've never seen coming.
I would say I have two dreams. One, of course, is to see something completely unexpected. And of course, there's also maybe another aspect. There are fundamental theories that are incredibly elegant, incredibly beautiful, on how they explain a lot of the mysteries that we have in our fundamental laws of physics.
I can't get that damn scripture, but I'll bring this one out because this one says something too. This is Romans 11:33. Oh, the depths of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. See? So the Lord's wisdom is so you can never search out. There is no end to his wisdom, man. His wisdom is forever and ever and ever. You see, this is why we're going to be able to live forever. And in order for you to live forever, you have to have wisdom that is going to be able to continue all that time. You see, and this is how you know that the Lord's wisdom is just unsearchable. And man, that scripture's bothering me too, because I bring it out all the time. There's another one that I'm thinking of. This is Proverbs. This is Proverbs 21:30 says, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Meaning there is no what? There is no wisdom above the Lord's wisdom. All right. Matter of fact, let me see if a brother put it up. Beautiful. I'll bring the scripture out. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform the enterprise, you see. And as much as they want to go out there and bring all these different inventions, all right, and proceed with them, they're not going to be able to, because the Lord's going to lift up that standard upon them and have that let me bring that real quick. This is Job. I think it is in the 5th chapter too. Here's his bounds. Give me 1 second. Maybe it's not that one either. Is it 4? Man, I hate when I can't remember him. He has his bounds that he cannot pass. KJV. Might be 14. That's what it is. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined and the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see? So he has limits to his rulership. He has limits to the things that he can perform on this earth, man. And after that, he can't go no farther than where he's going. And this is why they're stuck at a certain pace trying to still figure out what's going on in life, man, and they can't. You see? Going back. Oh, Salaki, I didn't even bring it out. It's all right. Brother just had another scripture I wanted to bring out. This might be it. Is it? This is Isaiah 40:28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainted, this is it, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. The water, brother. Beautiful. And it's funny because I was about to just look in that next, because I was thinking of 40:22 when it talks about the earth, you know, but the water, appreciate it. Yeah, see, so there's no searching of his understanding. His understanding is forever, man. You're not going to be able to search out the Lord's secret things that are only for him and revealed for him. All right. And there's things that are not revealed to us now that will be revealed to us possibly in the kingdom, you know, if the Lord allows it. All right. Let's see what else it's got here. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah to all the brothers. All right. But yeah, let me see if I find one more. And then I'll pretty much end it off from that. I don't want to go too much into it. Salakia. Let me see.
Pearl Milling Company isn't new to this. We've been stacking tasty, fluffy pancakes since forever. Our perfectly fluffy, syrupy goodness has been there for every special moment and will always be here. We're Pearl Milling Company. Stack up the moments.
Come on, man. They disrespect Aunt Jemima when they took her right off and put the Pearl Milling Company. That's fucked up. Is this the other one I was just on? Yeah, I'll bring this one. It's a short one.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again.
The world's most powerful particle accelerator, the Large Hadron Collider, will reopen today after 3 years of being shut down for improvements. Scientists around the globe are hoping that the upgraded machine, which is massive, will be able to...
And look, this was on April 22nd, 2022. All right. I don't know if that's the exact day that they opened it back up, but they had to have opened it up recently. And why did they open it up recently? Because of the times that we in, you see? And it could have been because of what they were saying, that something broke in there, but and they ain't gonna stop them from doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But it just recently opened back up because they're ready to put it in use. And if it hasn't been open, it's probably because they've been wanting to fix certain things and use it. Okay.
to detect new particles and start a physics revolution that could forever change our understanding of the whole universe. Our science correspondent Palab Ghosh reports.
It's like a medieval castle. You have to have like a winding road to get there.
Deep underground, Dr. Marcello Bonner shows me into the heart of the Large Hadron Collider. So this is the first time I'll have seen the detector, and wow, it just looks incredible. 7,000 tons of intricate engineering built to detect minute particles created by atoms crashing together.
This is what
I'm trying to tell you, who the hell thinks of this shit, yo? Like, you know, this shit took decades and decades, yo, to build. There's no way that you just, you know, you just building this in 2-3 years, man. This is crazy.
The best position, because really it shows you all the
It's huge.
majesty of this detector, isn't it? Yeah.
Majesty is the word. This is the detector that was responsible for one of the most important breakthroughs in science, the discovery of the Higgs boson. It's just been upgraded, and the hope is it'll discover more particles that are completely new to science. And if it does, it could transform our understanding of the universe.
We are looking actively for a lot of new phenomena. Dark matter, for example, we can look directly for dark matter.
Could this be one of the biggest discoveries ever in physics?
I'd say yes. I'd say it might be. Yes, indeed. It's the majority of the universe that is made of this dark matter, and we have, at the moment, no clue what it is. So yes, absolutely, that would be incredible.
Dark matter is shown here in purple in this simulation, sprawling across the blackness of space. The bright areas are galaxies, stars, and planets, which make up just a tiny fraction of the universe. The researchers here hope to produce dark matter particles by accelerating the inside of atoms close to the speed of light around a 27-kilometer ring, and then crashing them together.
This is what compresses the magnet when it actually...
These are the giant magnets that steer the particles around the ring and focus them into a narrow beam. They've been improved too, so that there'll now be double the number of collisions, which will greatly increase the chances of finding new particles.
For all the physics that we've done since the startup of the LHC, the last 10 years, we'll be able to actually get the same amount of data in the next 3 years as we did in those 10 years. And there is also the chance that by both increasing the energy of the LHC, which we've done slightly, and in seeing more of these collisions, that there is something else out there to be discovered.
The electronics has also been upgraded to keep up with the increased data. Researchers here are also hoping to get confirmation of a new fifth force of nature.
I've been hunting for the fifth force for as long as I've been a particle physicist, and maybe this is the year. This would upend the field. It would be the biggest discovery of the CERN LHC. I think the biggest discovery in particle physics since bigger than the Higgs.
The particles that are created are going in every direction.
The researchers here are excited about what the newly upgraded Large Hadron Collider could achieve. It could help them make discoveries that would lead to the greatest shift in our understanding of the universe since Einstein's theories more than 100 years ago. Palab Ghosh, BBC News, at the Large Hadron Collider on the Swiss-French border.
Let me see what else. One more. I'll probably end it right here. I got a scripture too. I want to end it with.
Either I had too much gin, or that painting is moving. I think that's an expertly renewed TV from Back Market. We've been renewed too for this ad. But what do? Call the priest.
Come on with these damn commercials.
When we first arrived at St. Jude, it was
So, will C.E.R.N destroy the world, creating black holes? One of the more concerning ideas out there is that the experiments at C.E.R.N can lead to the production of black holes. Now, a quick search of C.E.R.N and black holes on YouTube will give you a few videos that are quite alarmist, to say the least. But I want to argue they're also ill-informed. Now, black holes have gotten a bit of press recently with the first image. And I do stress that tells us the conditions of the black pull is dependent on the proton. Has a diameter of 10.
Yeah, I think he's talking some bullshit right there. That's the one I want to see.
Cole, he's my miracle child. So how does your miracle child...
Hi, and welcome to C.E.R.N, based here in Geneva, Switzerland. What is C.E.R.N? Well, C.E.R.N basically is the European Council for Nuclear Research, and it is the largest physics research facility in the world. But why does it exist? What is its origins? And why is C.E.R.N important in terms of our understanding of science? In this video, I'm going to discuss those things, and as well why C.E.R.N is important in terms of scientific research. So stay tuned. So what is C.E.R.N?
Same shit. Hold on.
Humanity has made some objects travel at nearly the speed of light. 99.999999% the speed of light, in fact. That's so fast that if we race light to the moon with these objects, light would only win by a total of 4 meters. How did we manage to do that? In science fiction, people travel faster than light all the time. But here in reality, physics doesn't let anything go faster than light. In fact, practically, we haven't come anywhere close to that speed. The fastest man-made object in existence, a probe being sent to study the sun, will travel at over 700,000 kilometers an hour. That may sound fast, but light goes at over 1 billion kilometers an hour, so our probe is only traveling at a small fraction of 1% the speed of light. The objects we turn to when we feel the need for this much speed are subatomic particles. Protons are subatomic particles that are present in every atom. They're accelerated to nearly the speed of light by the biggest particle accelerator we've ever built, the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC. The fact that they're charged is the key to making this work. 2 positively charged particles will repel each other. Same with 2 negatively charged ones. That's the key to letting us use electromagnetic fields to push these protons around. Let's take a look at how the LHC does this. The LHC isn't an entirely new machine. Instead, it's built out of the bones of every previous particle accelerator built by its operators at C.E.R.N. Over the years, C.E.R.N has built several of what were the biggest particle accelerators of their time. Now, those earlier accelerators help speed up the protons and put them on the way into the LHC. Protons start off by traveling down a linear tube where electromagnetic fields give them a constant push forward. From there, they enter into a series of loops, with each loop giving a bit more speed to them before they're injected into the 26-kilometer-long ring of the LHC. The 26-kilometer-long tube is packed with magnets. Some of these magnets help keep the protons moving straight as they head down the tube. Others help impart a bit of a curve so that they go around the circular path of the LHC. The tube carries 2 sets of protons, which run around the ring in opposite directions. They cross paths at several points to create collisions. And there's one spot in the entire ring where protons are given a little kick and sped up. At that location, the protons pass through what's called a resonator. The resonator hosts what you can consider a wave in the electromagnetic field. Things are timed so that a bunch of protons enters the resonator just ahead of a peak in the electromagnetic wave. From there, they surf the peak of the wave across, picking up speed as they do. As the protons exit, the wave reverses and rushes across to the opposite side of the resonator. This lets it push the protons traveling in the opposite direction. By speeding up the rate at which the wave reverses, you can accelerate the protons to ever higher speeds. And by timing the flips carefully, you can use it to accelerate things going in opposite directions. You may have noticed a little problem here, in that protons are a bit like cars. If they keep trying to take a turn ever and ever faster, Eventually, they'll hit a speed where they can't make the turn and end up flying off the road. So we need something to do a little bit of extra steering each time the protons run through, and that's done by the magnets of the LHC. The magnets have to be adjusted so they're a little stronger each time the protons go through. This keeps them from spinning off course in the curves. One consequence of this is that the top speed of the LHC isn't set by the resonator, which does the speeding up. Instead, it's set by the magnets that keep things under control in the curves. Another problem you might have noticed is that we said that the LHC deals with bunches of protons, all of which have the same charge. And we mentioned that two positive charges will always repel each other. So why doesn't this repulsion keep the bunches of protons from just flying apart? This problem is solved by Einstein's theory of relativity. One of the consequences of relativity is that if you keep accelerating things near the speed of light, instead of going faster, they'll just get heavier. As a result, the LHC makes the protons more massive as it speeds them up. And as they get more massive, it takes more force to push them around. Just like a bowling ball is harder to push around than a ping pong ball. One consequence of this is that the push that comes from having the protons all be the same charge has less and less of an effect as they get more massive. So accelerators like the LHC solve one of their problems simply by doing their job. All of this adds up to allowing us to bring protons up to a speed that few of us can possibly imagine.
Yeah, that's enough on that shit. these damn devils got a whole nother way of thinking. But let me just bring out these last two scriptures and I'll wrap it up. So, basically what you just seen was a whole bunch of wickedness, witchcraft. Somehow these devils trying to open up portals and, release a certain type of dark matter into the earth, all right, which we know which way they're heading with that. It's basically they're trying to bring up demons, conjure demons and things like that. And again, if it's true that these things are going to happen in these last days, in these next 2 days, right? Then there might be very well a certain type of spiritual wickedness from high places that's going to be dwelling upon the earth with lots of demons, right? Matter of fact, let me bring this out. This is beautiful. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:4. It says, "Who exposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." And this devil literally thinks that he's the Heavenly Father, man. He thinks he's above the Lord. As a matter of fact, there was a article, or I think it was a video that I seen. The guy was literally saying that science is overtaking everything to the point where they are above the Lord, you see. And at the end of the day, that's just the product of like the brother guy right here, Obadiah 1 and 4. But in Obadiah 1 and 3, it tells you what? The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. You see, everything that he's been doing, man, is to basically deceive him and to come back and destroy him, right? And this verse right here really goes into a lot of him taking over with this this Rice Krispie treat that they're gonna be making mandatory soon, because that's how he wants to sit in the temple of God. We are the temple of God, you see. And how is he going to sit in our temple is by putting that, Rice Krispie treat into your body and being able to monitor you. You monitor your every single move, your breathing, everything, But point is that this devil thinks he is the Lord, man. He thinks he's above him, right? So with all this shit that's going to happen within these next 2 days, a lot of spiritual wickedness in high places, like I brought out on Friday. Just like in the times of of Egypt, right? When it tells you that what was that Wisdom of Solomon 17th chapter, it talks about how those people were always playing with the art of magic, and that's what these guys are doing. They're playing with the art of magic. They're playing with witchcraft to the point where the Lord is going to end up bringing his magic, all right, bringing his witchcraft upon the earth, and it's not witchcraft. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but as a matter of fact, the Lord is what? Alisadra, terrible demon-like power. So the Lord's going to bring his ways upon these people's heads, man, because they're playing around with demons. The Lord is going to show his demon-like power and have these people in terrible fear, to the point where men's hearts are going to fail them from fear, from seeing the things that they're going to be able to see. They're going to see vivid apparitions, monstrous apparitions. And when they see these things, these people are not going to know how to act, because see, you wanted to play around with black magic and witchcraft and things like that. Well, the Lord brought his magic to put you down. And what you're going to see is something that you ain't never seen in your life. You know, it's not even going to be close to the shit that you be conjuring up and calling upon when you're doing your witchcrafts and sorceries, man. So these people are about to have a certain type of fear upon themselves. Let me grab this real quick. Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 15. Wisdom of Solomon 15, and this is 15:1. It says, "But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious and true, long suffering and in mercy, ordering." Salakia. Let me do that. It says, "But thou, O Yahweh, are gracious and true, long suffering and in mercy, ordering all things." It says, "For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power, but we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine." All right. And yeah, we know better not to sin. You see, and this is why having this truth and having this faith to keep you stable, all right, is going to basically keep you in line. And there's going to be no enchantments against Jake. There's not going to be no sorceries and demons that are going to mess with you. Why? Because you have this truth. All right. And it says, "For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality." All right. See, and we know the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we know better than to fall into these mischievous ways, these different tactics that this damn devil tries to put upon us. Remember, like we read earlier, Satan is seeking whom he may devour. So we know better than to make ourselves a weak link. Okay. And then it says, "For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors the painter's fruitless labor." All right. It says, "The sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it, and so they desire the form of a dead image that has no breath," right? Going into their gods and things like that. And this science that these devils literally, worship, basically, that's their God. Science is their God because they don't believe in God, just like it said in Psalms 10, and I think it's like the 5th verse, all right? That Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not in their thoughts. All right. So they have no believing in God. So they invent their God. They invent their gods, and then they feed their gods onto us. It says 4. It says, "The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts." You see? So going back to Wisdom of Solomon, all right, this is the main part I wanted, was, "For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us." So all these different things that they pulling, they pulling out of their sleeve, man, none of it's gonna be able to deceive us. Just like it said in let me grab that real quick. In Matthew, it said, if it were possible to deceive the elect, right? This is 24 and Matthew 24:24, "For there shall arise false Hamashiachs, false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that it were possible they should deceive the very elect." All right. So you're going to have false Hamashiachs, false prophets, and you're going to have these type of people that are pretty much considered as false prophets because they try to give you their doctrine and their ways of thinking, their pseudoscience, and make you believe that science is the way. And they're showing you what? Great signs and wonders and things that you can't explain. All right. But we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and having this understanding that it's all, it all comes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So you're not going to be able to deceive the elect. All right. So going back to Wisdom of Solomon 15:4, "For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors the painter's fruitless labor." All right. So none of these things are going to be able to deceive us. None of these things are going to be able to catch us in enchantments, man, or bring witchcraft or sorcery upon us, because we have the true names of the Heavenly Father, man. We have that guidance, that protection, you know, that keeps us away from those things. And this is why we stay prayed up, right? And then let me just end it with this one. Psalm 7. Psalm 7, and I think it's 13, around there. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is, 16. I'm gonna read this first, though. I just seen this is a good one. Where did I just see it at? Oh, right here. It says 9. It says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous power trieth the hearts and reigns." All right. My defense is of Yahweh, which saveth the upright in heart. Okay. It says Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword, and he has bent his bow and made it ready. He has also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he traveleth with iniquity, and has conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. I will praise the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So all these different things that they're doing, and all these inventions, all of that, the Lord gave them the intelligence to make, just to bring it, you know, upon their own head. You see? To turn, to let the wicked devices fall upon the wicked, you know? The wicked devices that they have imagined. As a matter of fact, this is another one. I think a brother did bring that out already. This is Psalms 141 and 10. It says, "Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst thou, I withal, escape." Right? This is Psalms 37. One more. 7 and 7. It says, 37 and 7. It says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." You see? And we rest in the Lord, man, keeping ourselves constantly, you know, grounded in his truth with him, you see, and leaving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to take over the process, man. We got to trust in the process, you know. But just one more I'm thinking of, and I'll end it. Salakia. Oh, yeah, that's the one. This is Psalms 10 and 2. I was by it before. This is the wicked, Psalms 10 and 2. "The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." You see? So they're going to be taken in their own devices at the end of the day, man. All right. But hey, that's pretty much the point. So, you know, Lord, Salaki was a little long. Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. You know, so with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Lord and La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, moving well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom, the water for the scriptures, keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. And, you know, hey, keep the praise up, Bob the ball. We're almost up out of here. All right. And just, you know, keep yourself prayed up for these You always got to keep yourself prayed up, but you know, especially in these next 2 days, just in case these devils is really on them spiritual wickedness, man. You know, so there's gonna be a lot of spiritual wicked thoughts coming through people's heads, man. You know, because Satan is at another level of sifting right now, man. So stay prayed up. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah, and to the sisters, keep pushing and learning his word and staying, you know, fervent in his truth. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah.